I've been getting that question of do you have any pronouns, preferred pronouns?
Yeah.
Like, maybe she, I don't know. Maybe I'm gonna start. I don't want to identify as a Caucasian anymore.
Mm-hmm.
So
Well,
and then
not,
maybe I know that's
not a
different.
gender.
Oh, I know, but then they go, how do you identify as in that? Okay,
Yeah.
Caucasian, and then do you have any pronouns? I have a bunch of them, but not about identifying myself. Fucked. Is that one?
Identify as fucked. That's great. Well, Andy, what the fuck line did you stand in now that they're asking you these weird ass questions?
Back at the bank?
Yeah.
I had a mystery rash that it could have looked like shingles, but I had to fill out paperwork to go in and see this doctor who's like, I could tell by his picture he was an idiot. He's like, he looked like, like a community college basketball player. He's like, I don't know, in his 20s. And
who got his job because his community college basketball stats had been padded to such a degree that he got into a good university and then rolled that into a medical license. All comes back around, brother.
Yep. And he's a fucking dummy. And I went and showed him the thing. He took a picture. And I didn't really pay attention to how low I've been slinging my pants because this rash is right on the line there. And so it's like, picture this big rash and then half my ass hanging out. And then he goes, huh, I don't know. He goes, do you think it's poison oak? Asking me. Yeah, that's not, I don't know. It isn't poison oak.
You should have told him and then charged him $300.
Right. Yeah. Well, and he goes, well, I don't know. It doesn't look like shingles. And then he showed me on his iPad or whatever he had pictures of shingles up. And then I, conferred with him. Yeah, I agree. It doesn't look like shingles. It looks like somebody threw a basketball at me at close range.
So you and your doctor consulted Google Images.
Yeah,
and came to the conclusion together that it wasn't.
Yeah,
shingles.
Then he showed me the picture of my ass and back, and he said, "Hang on a minute, I'm going to go show this to a couple of colleagues." Like, okay, and then he's gone about 10 minutes. Good. Yeah, he comes back in about 10 minutes, and he goes, "I can't find anybody," but yeah, so he paid for this.
He is an idiot. He could have just told you that he found somebody. You wouldn't know.
Patient
that. Yeah, he has no bluff game.
Or even say, look, I talked to 3 or 4 other doctors, and we're still kind of in the we've got some workable theories, but we've got nothing concrete. I'll be back in a couple more minutes. I'm gonna go.
And he goes,
find anyone.
He goes, yeah, and he's just kind of, and I go, well, mainly I came in here to get something to put on it because I've been doing Lanacane, Lanacort, the pink shit, and none of it's helping. And I go, do you have something you could prescribe me? And then he goes, and he asked the dude, he's got a dude nurse, and the dude nurse goes, yeah, they could, like a steroid cream, like he suggested it. Like the doctor's like, he fucking doesn't have a. It's like, Jesus, man, So I got a steroid cream, and that's taken care of it. But it's still unsightly. But this being swimsuit season, I may hold off a bit before I hit the beach.
Yeah.
But it is it's going away. So it's not.
It itch?
It did it was horrible for about a week.
Oh man, it's not like just hives or something.
Huh? No,
it's just like a hives kind of.
I'll get up and I'll fling it to you here. It's just fucking. I don't know. I think.
Have you checked the foliage when you're crawling around? Yeah, when you're crawling. When you're crawling around through the underbrush waiting for the mailman, was there by chance some poison ivy?
Chad found the vector.
That's what the follow-up calls were. Is but we think you had contact with something, but it isn't, because I know at poison oak always blisters up and oozes that shit. This just looked like I'm abused or something, like the old man cracked me with his belt a few times, but it's like about that big, and it's fucking it's like the kind of thing you're like, all right, this is it for me. This thing keeps growing. I can't take it.
You think everything is it.
You're like terminal rash.
But instead of a heart attack, it's some sort of other ailment.
Yeah, well, and as I was soaking, the other day I was soaking that in the tub, and this was after I got my results from the colonoscopy. Although I don't know, Chad maybe doesn't know that, but I just started fucking crying for nothing triggered it. But then I realized that I was like probably either disappointed or relieved I didn't have cancer. Because that problem had been going on a long time, and I thought, and then I got the results, and I'm soaking this other thing in the tub now, and then I'm like, but I just watched Hacks, and I'd also watched another lady, Mayor of Eastwood or whatever. Easttown. So that's a good show. It's a really good show, but a lot of drama and and then one episode of Hoarders. So I was kind of unbalanced anyway.
Out a little bit.
Yeah, I think I was fucking, but I was like, I don't know if I was relieved or saddened. Like cancer would be like, oh, okay, well now I know how to finish out my time here.
Right.
Just do a couple of fundraisers, raise money for the funeral expenses, and I'm out.
Oh, you could get an HBO special probably.
Well, I know I already burnt out. Hey, I'm going to do a bucket list
Showtime
comedy special about having cancer and dying or whatever. But anyway, hey, June 25th, my comedy special will be out on it'll be, I'm doing the video release that day, and big 800-pound gorilla will be releasing it and marketing it. And all I got to do is get my website up, which is the plane is ready to land.
Again, we need Dr. Chaille here. Hey, what did you call your special? Your new album? What's the name of it?
Last shot.
It's almost like you anticipated a cancer diagnosis.
Right. And so that you can imagine my disappointment.
So maybe that's why you're sad. Yeah. Now you've got a next to last shot.
Well, it's like, I don't know. I think sometimes you just fucking repress feelings for so long that then all it takes is a Hallmark card.
Dude, I'll cry at a fucking Hulu commercial that I've already seen 7 fucking times that night. Right. I don't have control over that shit. I do the same stuff.
Yeah, I laugh at inappropriate stuff and I cry at inappropriate stuff in equal order.
That's what I had tweeted something like that last week about whenever I cry for stupid things, I want to feel more masculine. So I remind myself that my same inability to control my emotions is what'll make me punch somebody in the throat for nothing. Yeah. So
remember those? Well, there's like an ad where you're flying and then the dad calls home and talks to the little girl. And then like that kind of ad will make me cry. And then today my daughter called and I'm like, oh, I don't feel like talking to anybody. But we turn on the TV and go, oh, I miss my kids so
much.
I know exactly the feeling, honestly.
I read an article the other day about somebody's dying kid, and they were describing, having to tell their kid that they're dying and there's nothing they can do about it, and hug your kids and all this stuff. And I'm all emotional. I get done reading the article and I'm like, fuck, grandkids are here. I'm all pissed off that I have to deal with kids.
Yeah. I understand it. It's especially when you're doing the long distance thing too with your kids. I love both of my kids immensely. And they're great people, and I enjoy talking to them, and we talk a lot. But there are times when I am like, oh, I miss my kids so much. And then I'm like, fuck, I got to call Olivia. Like, I got so much shit to do. I forgot I got to call her. And then you don't want to be rushed through it, because then you're just like even a bigger asshole than if you didn't call at all. And by the way, I'm sure the children feel exactly the same way, that usually they're more than happy to go on with their life without having to stop down for an hour to talk to dad and listen to his dumb bullshit. Yeah. But it's nice. But I think that's pretty normal. I hope it is.
Depends on my kids. I got my son I talk to every couple months. One I talk to, my daughter I talk to everyone, mostly text message. Fucking
well, that's changed the game, text messaging. Yeah. Because then you can just do the partial conversation things where you don't have to do the pleasantries in and out. Yeah, right. Like I can, especially with Zach, with both my kids, it's like whatever topics we have going, we can just keep going on, even if it's 3 days later or whatever. So
yeah, well,
we had some good ones last night during the USA Mexico soccer match. It was very exciting.
Yeah, who won that?
We fucking beat those cocksuckers. Yeah. Well, not we. I wasn't playing.
Fuck Logan Paul.
Yeah. Yep.
That's some dumb shit, right? Fucking like a YouTube. Oh man, it's just like fucking. Like boxing had lost credibility anyway, but Jesus, I can't.
Yeah, but they've always done shit like that. Remember Muhammad Ali boxed against a Japanese wrestler.
Right.
Once, and then he boxed against some other. I mean, it is just
Hulk Hogan and Sylvester Stallone,
and it always has been spectacle. So it just bleeds over a little bit more into.
I have to remind myself that it's the same thing yet again as Larry the Cable Guy or Wheeler Walker Jr. You can't be mad at those guys. It's the audience is the one that's making this ship float.
Oh man!
And
look, I'm glad he's boxing because that keeps him off the fucking comedy club stage. There are so many times you roll into a Comedy Zone or a fucking Funny Bone, and next weekend some YouTuber that's never done comedy before. But here's the thing, and here's what sucks. Is that they're going to be terrible at comedy, but great at putting asses in the seats. They will sell out that fucking club every night. And what argument can a comedian make to a club owner after that? Oh, but art. But they weren't funny. He's running a fucking
subjective,
business. Not only that, but even if it isn't, it's a fucking business. Yep. So I guess we have to figure out how to
made millions of dollars doing that shit, man. Talking shit to fucking people out of their league.
I just want to see some fucking, lifer boxer that's been fucking out there battling in all the different regions. He was in the Southeast for a while, then he was up in Seattle, he boxed, and he just been trying to make his way, and then he sees fucking Logan Paul's getting a fucking shot at the title. God
and then he lasts the distance
and gets millions of fucking dollars. I thought it was great.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't watch it, but I thought the whole thing, I thought the whole idea is fucking a fantastic scam.
I wanted Logan. I was the only person in my particular group of people down here that was cheering for Logan Paul. I find him and his brother to be stupid fucking idiots. And I don't watch any of their stuff. And when I do, it's to make the soup-like jokes. And that's all fine. But Floyd Mayweather beats women a lot. Like, it's not a close one. Just because I don't even remember which one of the Pauls it was that went to the Japanese suicide garden and upset everybody or whatever. None of that comes close to dragging your wife by the hair out of the Bentley and across the asphalt and throwing her down on the fucking sidewalk. Fuck Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah. Yeah. Did Logan didn't have to, did he reference any of that?
I mean, I didn't follow any of it, honestly, until yesterday. I didn't even really know about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But when I found out, I decided I was definitely cheering for the guy who hadn't been to court a bunch of times for assault. Right.
So, yeah. And he took the hat off of him, too. So, fucking, that's the good way to look at it. Because, it's not like a pure boxer versus a fucking clown. It's a wife beater versus a clown.
Wait, aren't those guys accused of
maybe
or something? I don't know.
That may be.
I don't know that.
That may be. And it's probably likely, on some level. But I don't know. but we do know about Floyd Mayweather. But it was what we were all out yesterday, day drinking, and that was one of the topics, and everyone was like, "Fuck! I hope Logan Paul gets his fucking face put," because everybody just can't wait to see this douche get his face just pounded in. Yeah. But then you're like, wait a minute, the guy doing it is a much more reprehensible person than Logan Paul is.
I couldn't. I mean, I don't even know enough about the Logan dude, but I wasn't like, oh fuck, I would like to see that so I could see that guy get his comeuppance. It's like, I guess I'm just maybe, I don't want to say smarter than the people who rushed out to buy that to see that guy get his lights put out. My indifference won over because I don't fucking care. If it was the mailman. If it was my personal mailman, I would fuck, I don't care how many women this guy's beat. I just want to see him beat the shit out of the mailman.
And Erickson, you hit on it, is you're rooting for the moral victory. Usually in a boxing match, you're voting for the guy who has superior skill. This is like a fake wrestling match.
Right.
It's like heel against heel, and you're like, this guy beats his wife, but this guy is, And because that's what makes such a mockery of boxing is there's not even any skill. Did you see the height difference? I didn't notice. I didn't know much about it until I saw the picture. I'm like, it's like a fucking cartoon.
Yeah, I saw the stats listed in the paper, and frankly, they were racist because it said Logan Paul was 6'1.5" and Floyd Mayweather was 5'8", but Logan Paul's reach was 73.5 inches and Floyd Mayweather's was 72. Now that's pretty racist as far as I'm concerned, if you know what I'm saying. The black guy's got longer arms. Oh, fuck you.
All the better for grabbing women.
Yeah. That would explain his reign of terror in the boxing ring.
Yeah.
Ducking punches, punching you while you're running away.
I just saw where Kid Rock used a homophobic slur. I was like, read that. It's like, yes, really? What's the fucking problem there? It's like Kid Rock. Of course he's going to say some shit. He's Kid Rock. Not that he should get away with it, but who gives a fuck?
Absolutely. In fact, he probably did it on purpose.
And he should get away with it.
Yeah, of course. His fans like that shit. You don't have to be a Kid Rock fan. Just don't be a Kid Rock fan then. But it's fine if other people are Kid Rock fans. Who cares?
You know who I'd like to accuse of using a homophobic slur, but they don't? I think it's Burger King, and they have this ad, Major Bag Alert, and they keep bag alert. And I like, who doesn't hear that as come on. They know what they're doing. Major bag. There he is. We need.
Speaking of a major bag alert.
Major bag alert.
I'm here. I heard you call it. I heard you say it 3 times. That's why I'm here.
Bag alert. Bag alert. Bag alert. There he
is. Hi, Greg Chaille.
Hey, gang. How's it going?
Good.
Let me just get you caught up. Andy was in a shitty mood.
Homophobic slurs.
Chad peed in a Gatorade bottle last week during the show and almost overflowed it and had to find another thing to pee in while he was doing it. And so now we all got to go back and look. And Andy had a mystery rash. And of course, the nurse solved the problem because the doctor was an idiot and couldn't figure out what it was.
And we still don't know. We still don't know, but and I don't care.
Chad has figured it out that it's a rash that he got from laying in the woods, spying on the mailman, and
belly crawling,
belly crawling across the grass. So, welcome to the show, Greg Chaille. You're caught up.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. So, did anyone see the? Did anyone see the guy who owned a hippopotamus? Did you see that? I hope it's true. It's like this guy, he said he rescued a baby hippo from the river, which they live in a river, and he rescued it, and then he kept it as a pet, and then rode it around like a horse, and then
for like 6 or 7 years.
Yeah, and then it killed him.
The hippo.
And it dragged him down in the river. that he rescued it from and killed him.
Yeah.
That was like a feel-good story right there.
I like that.
Yeah, that was like, I saw that picture and I was like, well, what a douche. And then I kept seeing it and then I read it and I was like, oh, great. Yeah,
I saw the picture too because it looked to me more like when he was riding him. It's fucking earbuds. It looked more to me like it was a picture of some guy who got on a hippopotamus at a hippopotamus farm and they took his picture. And then now this other stories developed that's all just a hoax because he looked like he was wearing like Bermuda shorts and an Ocean's Pacific shirt, from like the 90s.
You clearly wouldn't ride a hippopotamus in Bermuda shorts. That would be
your hippo riding. Your joggers.
I hope they don't. Exactly. I don't want to live in a world where they put stories out like that make me happy and then find out, no, actually the guy and the hippo are still friends or whatever. It's like, no, fuck that. If somebody, there's enough bad shit. Can't you just fucking, I don't know. I hope that's true. I don't want to, I don't want to think it's not.
I agree with you. And I hope it's true as well. Cause stories like that, whenever the matador gets gored by the bull, those are the stories I enjoy. When an elephant stomps on its zoo trainer and crushes his pelvis. Those are all great, great stories. And when you hear a story like that, it's like, for us, it's like one of those stories they put at the end of the news where it's like some kid made enough money selling lemonade to go to baseball camp and everyone's like, see, not all the stories are bad, but I don't give a fuck about stories like that. Baseball camps are stupid. So I want to see guys who steal hippopotamuses from rivers, hippopotami, and then bring them back 6 years later, and the hippopotamus remembers that it's a hippopotamus as soon as it hits the water, and is like, oh yeah, fuck you.
Yeah, they should have disclaimer on those in end of the news story. Like, if you're a cynical bastard, you may want to look away from this set. Little Timmy's operation was successful. Ah, fuck, man. I can't take this shit.
I'm just hanging this other earbud. Fuck it.
So, I'm done with the mail. I put the metal locking mailbox. It was I don't, this is what I come up with. I don't like doing anything and I don't read the directions and it backfires all the time. And I needed to put a couple of screws in and my fucking drill, it doesn't work. It's fucking, I've had it for years and it doesn't hold a charge, but I just keep thinking, I'll charge it and remember to charge it. And then this time I did. 2 days ahead of time I charged it. And then I go out, drill a hole. And then I change the bit on it and put the screw in and it dies. You fucking cunt. And so I needed to go get a new drill, go up to Harbor Freight, and I get a Bauer brand new drill, and I get home, and I got regular drill bits, and I put the screw thing in, and that worked, okay. And then I put a drill bit in, and it won't fucking. I can't figure out how to tighten it, and then it's like, God damn it, I'm gonna have to read the fucking instructions. I don't want to do it. I don't want to fucking do that shit. Then I remembered you can go on YouTube. So I watched 2 or 3 YouTube fucking one dude who just like doesn't get to the point. It's like 15 minutes in, just tell me how to put thing, you asshole. And I just want this project done. I want to fucking be done with it. And so it fucking nothing works. And I'm just like, what am I, this fucking stupid? I know I can't read instructions, so that does make me stupid. But the instructions, I read them, I scan them, or I skim them. And it's nothing that, how do you fucking do that, man? I can figure out how to do it on the one, and then I go over to my neighbor who's an engineer, and I go, hey man, I got a problem here. I can't figure out how to get this drill bit in this thing. And then he looked at it and he goes, well, you need a hex bottom bit. Oh, okay, that does. I go back over the instructions. There's nothing in there that says not compatible with other drill bits, or you need to have. So I go.
Understand that though? That seems odd to me. But all right, keep going.
I got the anyway. So
it's the chuck a pull to release and not a chuck that you spin.
Yeah, I wanted one like he tightened like I had in middle school. Tighten that.
Oh, the little tool, yeah.
Yeah. I knew there was a way to do it, but I couldn't fucking do it. And so the
you
engineer
bought the wrong drill because you didn't read the directions or didn't read what was on the front box.
Well, okay.
Do they even make those ones anymore?
That's what I was gonna say. How did you find a drill? I mean, it's just
all the ones we get is the twist one.
Twist right at the end of the.
But his isn't even that. His is like an impact drill where they've got where you pull up and then drop the bit in. And then let it go down. It calms around.
Yeah, like a fucking jackhammer.
Yeah.
I got the part. Greg's right. Greg's right about not reading the box because I got home with the one I thought, wow, that's a great deal and shit. And it's pretty light. And I open it up. It's just the drill. There's no fucking battery. There's no charger pack. So yeah. So that was the first trip. I got home with that. So I go back and I trade that one in and I get one. And it says right on there, this, it comes with the battery and the charger, which I thought that was mandatory anyway. So then I go, my neighbor says I need these other kind of bits. So I go there and I go, hey, I need some drill bits that work with the Bauer drill. And they go, oh, and she goes, there's some. And then there's a set of them, Bauer drill bits. And I get home with those, and they're the same as the fucking one I couldn't fit in there to begin with. So they don't have the fucking the hex bottom, even though it's the same company and they're sitting right by the drill. They don't work with that drill. I don't know what drill they work with, but not that one. So anyway, I went back the third time and I got the right drills. They're still in the package, the drill bits, because I'd already borrowed my neighbor's thing by then. It had
gotten dark.
Yeah, and I couldn't. So then I was like, and then I always lose shit in my pockets. It's like I had all the
that's why there's pockets, so you don't lose shit.
I know. So
it's weird that you didn't say I always find shit in my pockets, because that's eventually what happens if they're in your pockets. It's the point of pockets.
Yeah. Well, I found what I lost in the wash machine later. Somehow they weren't in my pockets when I looked. And then I did laundry, and then there they were. So they come out of my pants somehow. But so then this is like 5 o'clock on Sunday, and I'm fucking pissed. It's like I was gonna do it in the morning. It was gonna take 10 minutes, and all fucking day back and forth. And then I can't find the bolts to put the mailbox down. So then I go up to True Value, and there's just letting the last customer out. Like, no. So I can't even fucking finish the gig.
Oh my God.
Today
I love it so much.
I got it. Oh, and here's the other one is I got a toilet seat for the upstairs after the unfortunate colonoscopy fluids, and the toilet seat was ruined-ish. Mm-hmm. And then I got one, and it requires fucking work too. You think you just screw it down and shit. I have one that slides into a thing, and then it kept popping up on one side. And most people sit square on the toilet seat. I get squirrely. I need to move around. Popping up. So same
you
thing.
definitely need a bidet then, dude. You'd love it, because you got to kind of move around on the bidet a little bit to get all parts of your asshole.
It's a rodeo ride.
Yeah. So it's kind of a fun little squirm you get to do at the end. You'll fit right in. I'll just send you one.
Well, so this toilet seat kept popping up, so I got a replacement, and then that one did the same thing. And then so today I go there, and it's putting a toilet seat down. If you can't do that, you should not be a man. So there, my pronouns are she. And then here's the fucking today. So this morning, while